Ah, so I'm doing it from the piano seat today. Good morning. Welcome to UU Catskills. I'm Cattabiani, the music director and a member of the UU Catskills Worship Committee. My pronouns are she and her. Welcome friends, guests, and members to the service, and thank you for joining us this morning. All ages are welcome here, and should you need to move about freely, there's a room across the hall where you can hear the service. If you're new and watching on Zoom and would like to be added to the mailing list, you can type your name and address into the chat box. If you're new and here with us in the sanctuary and are feeling very brave, you are invited to stand and introduce yourself. That's okay. Yeah. Do you want to?
Sure. I can't stand right now.
That's okay.
Hi. Hi. My name is MJ. I'm a local in the area. This is my small child, Nora. My pronouns are she, they. And I am here today looking for a sense of community and faith that I haven't had since I was growing up.
Well, welcome. Welcome.
I'm Amy Duffy. Also new. MJ's my friend from work. And yeah, I'm just excited to be somewhere. It's been a while.
Great. Welcome, Amy.
I'm Mark Swanson. I live in Saugerties part of the year. I've been a member of two previous UU churches, one in Gainesville, Florida, and one in St. Thomas in the Caribbean.
Wow.
I enjoyed that very much.
Yeah. Take us with you. Okay.
I'm Melinda Baker and have lived my entire life until recently in Kentucky, and was part of a forest group that we had all our meetings at the Unitarian Church in Lexington, Kentucky. And then I went to the service there a few times with a good friend. Moved up to Monterey, Massachusetts. I had family up in that area, and wanted to see what you're all about. Your website was amazing. And so many of the issues that I've been interested in and involved in over the years. So good job on that.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Okay. So whether you're on Zoom or here in the sanctuary, thank you for introducing yourselves and welcome all. And after the service, don't run away. We have a social hour, and those of you on Zoom are invited to stay for a virtual social hour. At 12 o'clock, there is an informal conversation with lay leaders about Healthy Congregation Task Force, right? Okay, so it's not fancy. It's just an informal conversation. Special thanks today to Jenny O'Grady-Giddy, who is our Zoom host, and our sanctuary host, Bruce, who unfortunately I've burdened with many lyrics that he has to put. He's very brave today, Bruce Wilde. Okay, something very special happened this morning before the service. David Bennett signed the book. Do you want to stand up? So, welcome officially, David. The 2024-25 pledge campaign continues until the end of March. Do not procrastinate. Pledge online at uucatskills.org/pledge. If you have questions, you can ask our treasurer and our assistant treasurer, or you can ask Lois in the back. Yes, there's Lois. You have 2 weeks. And I haven't done it yet myself, so this is a good reminder for me. Next week's service is the Blessing of the Animals. You can send photos of animals, wild or domestic, to Kathy Atwell. They'll be shown on the big screen. And you need to get your e-photos to Kathy by Friday, or you can bring in a real photo, which will be displayed during the service. We also have a couple more cottage meetings coming up. That sounds very cryptic to the newbies, doesn't it? These are meetings in which people are informally joining together at one another's houses to discuss our future, which is very promising. For this week's activities, read the weekly update and the newsletter. And you can also visit us at uucatskills.org. So, welcome. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are in your life's journey, you are welcome here. Unitarian Universalism is a liberal religious faith that carries no creed and welcomes all seekers. We affirm Black Lives Matter. We are a welcoming and affirming congregation for the LGBTQ plus community. We are a congregation affiliate of the Ulster Immigrant Defense Network, and we are an active voice in the effort to address climate change. Our sanctuary is built on the tribal land of the Lenni Lenape people. So, turn off your phones and enter into this sacred space and time. The first thing we're going to do is to light our chalice. Would the young'uns like to come up and do that? There's someone, you're going to hand that off to someone else, right? Oop, careful. Oh, yeah. Wait, don't do that. It's okay? All right, yes. Okay, we light this chalice in grateful, loving community, even in the darkest of times. May its flame pass courage, justice, and hope. Very good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And if you'd like to join me for our unison affirmation, may we be reminded here of our highest aspirations and inspired to bring our gift of love to all living beings. May we know once again that we are not isolated, but connected in wonder and joy to mystery and miracle in the universe, in this community, and each other. The name of the service today is Singing Sunday. We can't sing that. So the first thing we should do, of course, is to sing, right? Yeah. All right, for the newbies, I know a lot of you have a UU background, but just, we have two songbooks, and the songs that we sing today are going to be from those two songbooks. Okay, so we're going to sing number 407, Welcome Table. We're going to sit at the welcome table. And since we know this one, I'm just going to give you a short intro, and then we'll go right into it. Yeah, you're welcome to rise. Ready? And we're going to sit at the welcome table. We're going to sit at the welcome table one of these days. Hallelujah. We're going to sit at the welcome table. Going to sit at the welcome table one of these days. All God's people are around that table. All God's people are around that table one of these days. Hallelujah. All God's people are around that table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. That's the start of the welcome table. That's the start of the welcome table one of these days. Hallelujah. That's the start of the welcome table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Great. Okay, now we're going to do Not for children only. Now, the name of the service is We Can't Sing That. The reason why we can't sing the next song is because it's hard. It's not, we literally can't sing this one. I know why they put it in our teal book, but Jeff can sing it though.
I can try.
He is going to sing it for us.
I have been practicing it.
Yes.
That doesn't in itself mean anything.
So-
Plus the fact that I got out of this contraption here, I have to get back in without knocking anything over.
And kids, come on down. We have a book that goes with it. It just came out this year. Why don't you sit right here with me? It's called Everything Possible. Hi.
Should I just begin?
Yep.
We haven't practiced this together. We have cleared away the, excuse me. We have cleared off the table, the leftovers saved, washed the dishes and put them away. I have told you a story and tucked you in tight at the end of your knockabout day. As the moon sets its sails to carry you to sleep over the midnight sea, I will sing you a song no one sang to me. May it keep you good company. You can be anybody you want to be. You can love whomever you will. You can travel any country where your heart beats, and know I will love you still. You can live by yourself, you can gather friends around, you can choose one special one, and the only measure of your words and your deeds will be the love you leave behind when you're gone. There are girls who grow up strong and bold. There are boys quiet and kind. Some race on ahead, some follow behind, some go in their own way in time. Some women love women, some men love men, some raise children, some never do. You can dream all the day, never reaching the end of everything possible for you. Don't be rattled by names, by taunts, by games, but seek out spirits true. If you give your friends the best part of yourself, they will give the same back to you. You can be anybody you want to be. You can love whomever you will. You can travel any country where your heart leads, and know I will love you still. You can live by yourself. You can gather friends around. You can choose one special one, and the only measure of your words and your deeds will be the love you leave behind when you're gone. The love you leave behind when you're gone.
All right, we're going to sing you on your way. As you leave this freshly placed, walk in light to every face. May the kindness which you learn light your hearts till you return. Jeff, that was beautiful. All right, ready? Something altogether different. I would like to kick up a little dust this morning, ask a few questions about some of the songs in our 2 songbooks, the ones that we use every Sunday. So let's start with, we're gonna sit at the welcome table. Can we sing that? Sure. Great song, rousing, invigorating. I imagine a potluck, a table crowded with good food, a meal in which everyone is welcome, all kinds of people, no fancy style, a reminder of the UU slogan, no one is outside the circle of love. The song is from the time of slavery, but you can't tell that from our UU lyrics. When Singing the Living Tradition was published in the early 90s, the compilers edited with some deliberate principles in mind. God, when mentioned, is not referred to in solely masculine terms. Similes and metaphors that associate light and white with good and darkness and black with bad were altered, but they also left us with songs like this that belie their historical roots, that are another song altogether. And I'm not saying that's bad, just something altogether different. This was a song from slavery. It was a song of defiance and resistance. African Americans bound in slavery were not welcome to sit at the master's table. And as with many songs that grew out of the oral tradition, there are a multitude of verses and variations, and some of them are mighty strong, like, I'm going to tell God how you treat me, or you're going to wish that you'd been ready, or God's going to set your sins before you, God's going to bring this world to judgment, or I'm going to set the world on fire. Yes, our songbooks are a collection of music that speaks to our living tradition, but has the historical context been whitewashed out of this one? I keep banging my head against the idea of taking a song sung by slaves and UUing the words into something else. I mean, the tune speaks to our traditions, and removing the historical context makes it acceptable, but it kind of leaves us with another song altogether, something altogether different. So it's a time for joys and concerns. And once again, I haven't picked somebody to carry around the mic. Some anonymous person is going to carry the mic around to have a volunteer. And this is your chance to share. Yeah, okay, that would be great.
Where's the mic?
It is, I have to remember to take it out this time. Should be easy enough. Yeah. Okay. So, our offering. Our congregation is sustained by your generous gifts. There are several ways to donate to UU Catskills. You can contribute using the donate page on the website at uucatskills.org. You can mail in a check. There's a QR code in your order of service, or you could put something in the basket as it is passed around. We have 7 worthy organizations that we contribute to with our half-plate donations. For our offertory, you guys are all going to sing 1007 in the Teal book, There's a River. And before we start, this is a wonderful zipper song, and we can sing this. The interesting part about this one is not the music, but at the bottom of the page, below the music, you will see it says the composer's name is Rose Sanders. She is known as Faya Ora Rose Touré. She's a civil rights icon, a lawyer, and Alabama's first black woman judge. And she said, since this book has been written, it's been corrected in the more recent editions, that Rose Sanders is her slave name. She was also interviewed in PBS's TV show Human Footprint. If you see that, she just will. Yeah. She's a spitfire. She's wonderful. The lyrics echo the poem often recited by Reverend Jesse Jackson in the 1970s. Remember when he would go, I am, and everybody else would say, somebody. Right. That's what she based this on. Mm-hmm. And let me see if I can find it. Okay. 1007 in the Teal book. you for all the gifts that you give, financial, sweat, and voice. Okay, in 2004, Jason Shelton, UU composer extraordinaire, was meeting with UUA Association President William Sinkford when word came that President George W. Bush had called for a constitutional amendment banning same-sex marriage. Shelton overheard Sinkford tell a reporter, "We are standing on the side of love." Inspired, he wrote the song Standing on the Side of Love, which was included in Singing the Living Journey in the next year. The song was sung widely in the fight for marriage equality, and when Unitarian Universalists were thrown in jail in 2010 in Phoenix demonstrating for immigrant rights, it was sung, and during the Justice GA in 2012, and most of us even got the t-shirt. But some people with disabilities felt excluded by the words, standing on the side of love, feeling it was ableist. A religious educator who uses a wheelchair wrote that standing should not be used. She said, "You need to show me you know that I'm in the room." And ultimately, the song was unofficially banned at General Assembly. In August of 2016, Shelton decided to change the lyric to Answering the Call of Love. So let's sing it. And be careful because we have the old books and it says Standing on the Side of Love. So every time you see Standing on the Side of Love, you have to say Answering the Call of Love. This is also not an easy one to sing.
Should we get out our ink pens and change it, Brooke?
Oh, I don't know.
10:14.
Thank you. 10:14, and if you wish to stand, you may. The promise of the Spirit, faith, hope, and love abide. Lead every soul, blessed and whole, in truth in our hearts, our guide. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together with hearts beat as one, emboldened by faith, we dare to proclaim we are answering the call of love. Sometimes we build a barrier we are answering the call of love. Hands joined together as hearts beat as one, emboldened by faith, we dare to proclaim we are answering the call of love. We are answering the call of love. We haven't sung that one recently. Not because the words were changed, though. So, what is your reaction to this change? A songwriter has a right to rewrite a song. Jason Shelton was willing to make changes in solidarity with a group that felt excluded. And this is a prime example of our living tradition, but there were some other reactions. Several people, probably English teachers, said, "It's a metaphor. Do we need to be literal?" Another person said, and these are real quotes that I got from the magazine, the UUA World. Another person said, "If the congregation is without an elevator or access, that is exclusionary. It's more important to make your meeting place and pulpit accessible." But a UU congregation can do both. Another person suggested, if the congregation wants to sing a song with embodied metaphors, like "Down the ages we have trod, one more step, guide my feet," maybe we want to preface it with a disclaimer, "Hey, we're now going to sing about feet." Will this lead us down a slippery path in which we challenge all the ability metaphors that still exist in our songs? One choir member, probably an alto, asked, "Is this why conservatives have traction when they accuse liberals of political correctness?" There are some fabulous ability metaphors in our songs. Do we need to be careful about throwing the baby out with the bathwater? At last year's Hudson Mohawk Cluster service, we were going to sing a song with the lyrics, "Put your roots down," what is it? "Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground." And the song leader changed it to "Put yourself on the ground." Which, yeah. That one yeah. So, allow me a tangent. Interestingly, sometimes our songs are literally about historical walking, not a metaphor at all. 157 is "Step by Step, the Longest March," which was the song of the labor movement printed in the preamble of the Constitution of the early Coal Miners Union. 109, "We Come Marching, Marching," which I learned as "Bread and Roses." Yeah, this one has a grand history. The lyrics are from a poem written over 100 years ago during the time of the labor and the women's movement used during the demonstrations following the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire and during the Lawrence, Massachusetts textile workers' strikes. The Lawrence textile strike came to be known as the Bread and Roses strike. That phrase refers to the idea that a political movement whose demand is mere subsistence suffers from a poverty of the imagination. Mere survival is far from enough. We must not just survive, but flourish. So, let's sing a song with feet in it. And this is a challenge for Bruce because he had to make 2 slides. But you guys are going to make a choice. Shall it be 109, "We Go Marching, Marching," bread and Roses, or 348, "Guide My Feet"? What would you like? Bread and Roses? Okay. Probably because I talked it up, right? Okay.
Which book is it in?
Okay, it's 109 in the old book. Okay. Do you guys need an intro? Do you need to have it played through, or are you okay? Play through? Okay. So, while I'm at it, let me go on another tangent here. Our spoken invitation singing a song is usually please rise to sing. And the implicit message is that if you're able to stand, you stand, and if you choose to remain seated or can't stand, it's okay. I have no trouble with this. But you have no idea how many online posts there are about this particular thing. If someone remains seated, are they being made to feel self-conscious and maybe even shamed to publicly admitting to a disability? Recently, our invitation was changed to please rise if you are able. But this says online, does this divide the able and the disabled? And how about please rise in body and spirit? Lovely words, though they suggest that you can't rise in body and spirit. Suggestions online are please stand if you're comfortable, please stand if you like, or please stand if you are able and if you so choose, implying that if you don't stand, we won't think less of you. Anyway, from here on in, I'm opting for you are welcome to stand. Okay, back to lyrics. Some congregations have changed the lyrics for there is more love somewhere. There is more love somewhere. And they've changed it to right here. In an article in the UU World, Dr. Glenn Thomas Rideout wrote about this. This is a song about resistance from the time of slavery. And this white rewrite shifts a song of lament and aspiration to one of self-satisfaction and self-centeredness. Beware. In the same context, the idea of changing lyrics that are not ours to change, I also read a music director's blog that proposed altering the lyrics to We Are by Yasser Barnwell of Sweet Honey in the Rock because of its binary language. It's got grandmothers, grandfathers, the mothers of courage and fathers of time. We are daughters of dust and sons of great vision. Neither one of these songs are ours to change. The first, because it anesthetizes the meaning, and We Are, because Dr. Barnwell is alive and kicking and singing, and if she wanted us to change it, she could. So we have to be careful about changing lyrics without the composer's permission and without an understanding of the historical or cultural context. So you get to choose now. Would you like There is More Love Somewhere or We Are?
There is. Right here.
Whoa.
Well, that was the argument.
Wait. What's the, okay, let's do it.
Leave it the way it was.
Yeah. Oh, no, we're not. There is more love somewhere. That's not ours to change. So do you want, okay, hands for There is More Love Somewhere. Okay. And hands for We Are. Oh. Kristen, you and I will sing it later. Okay, we are more love. There is More Love Somewhere, which is page 95. And for all you altos out there, I've changed the key. You know what? Let's do this one a cappella. 2, 8, and stay seated so I can see you. Okay.
Can we hear our note again, please?
Oh, There's More Love? What'd you say?
No, hear our note.
Oh.
Hear our note. Thank you.
There is more love somewhere. There is more love somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more love peace. There is more peace somewhere. There is more peace somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more peace somewhere. Joy. There is more joy somewhere. There is more joy somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more joy somewhere. Thank you. Okay, climbing and dancing. Jacob's ladder and Sarah's circle. Jacob's ladder. Jacob's story in Genesis is of a man running away from his elder brother Esau, who wants to kill him for, well, it's a long story, read the book. He stops to rest, and when he sleeps, he dreams of a ladder on which angels ascend and descend. The significance of the dream is debated, but the image of climbing a ladder to heaven is aspirational, as is that melody. Of course, our UU lyrics are not the traditional African-American ones that I sang as a young Presbyterian. I remember, sinner, do you love your Jesus? Of course, we don't sing that. And if you love him, why not serve him? And it ends with, soldiers of the cross. And some have speculated that the soldiers of the cross were the U.S. colored infantry and troops. And then on the opposite page, we have Sarah's Circle. Contemporary composer Carol Eitzler, I hope I'm saying that right, gave us new words for this ascending tune. Instead of mounting up straight by straight, we are dancing in a circle to which there is no end. I wish she had kept the verse, if I stumble, will you help me? In a circle, we are reliant on everyone around us to keep pace, not trip up. One leads by following, one succeeds by cooperating. Of course, in that song, it has brothers, sisters, all, which now is a problem, but it was written in 1975 when our understanding of non-binary language is evolving. So what we're going to do is we're going to sing both of those. I don't think you need the books because I'm going to give you the lyrics before but I'll just tell you we're not going to sing all the verses. So I will call out the lines, and we're going to change keys when we go to Sarah's Circle. So we're going to start in this one. We are climbing Jacob's ladder. 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 We are climbing on. We are climbing on. Every round goes higher, higher. 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 We are climbing on. If I stumble, will you help me? 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 We are climbing generation. Every round of generation, every round of generation, every round of generation, sisters, brothers, all. On and on, the circle's moving. On and circles moving. On and on, the circles moving. On and circles moving. Sisters, brothers, all. Thank you. Every time we finish these, I want to say, thank you. It's so nice. Of course. Oh, next page. So there's a dreadful joke that UUs don't sing well because we're always looking ahead at the lyrics to see if we agree with them. And I know there is truth in this because I have finished playing a song and looked out to see people interrogating what we've just sung. The hymns of my Presbyterian youth never changed, which offered me some comfort, but we're UUs, and because of our free and responsible for its truth and meaning, we make changes to meet our soul and our needs, the earth's needs. Ours is a living tradition, and this is a blessing and a curse. Rewording may not be true to the original song, and it can be equally distracting. Every Christmas Eve, we stumble over the UU'd, denatured lyrics of our Christmas carols in our book. Personally, I think if we're going to commit to going to a Christmas Eve service, we should sing the traditional lyrics. We are fortunate to have songbooks that pull from many sources. We have traditional and contemporary. We have unfamiliar time signatures. We have lyrics in Hebrew and Arabic and Spanish. We often avoid the difficult ones, the ones in different languages. Sometimes we learn them. Maybe we can learn Everything's Possible. That's possible, right, Jeff? There are innumerable reasons we can find not to sing, but I want to be able to sing without interrogating the songs first. And I don't want to have to ask the worship associates to preface a song with a disclaimer, like this song has been altered from its original historical meaning, or this one has binary language, or this one uses ableist metaphors, or this one has feet. But we should, like the joke, be examining our history, the context, the words. Where are we going? I can't wait to find out. Ours is a living tradition, and Reverend Kim Debus says, our music is our theology writ large. So for our closing, we're going to sing Waryoya, which is 1020 in the Teal book. This was written by a contemporary Ghanaian drummer, Saul Amarfio. The word Waryoya can have many meanings. According to the song's composer, it means we're going. Ironically, this song is, as written, has multiple repeats and is a little hard to follow. So you may not be sure where you're going, but this is such a fun song to sing. Just follow me, and you are welcome to stand. Wait a minute. Hold on, I'm just getting the right book. Ready? Yeah. Okay, here we're going. We are going, heaven knows where we are going, but we know within. And when we get there, heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. Yes, we're going, we're climbing, we're dancing in a circle, we're stumbling, unsure of where we're going or what's next, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, but we know we will. So, together we will extinguish the flame. We extinguish this flame